Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss assessment of institutional organizational framework, processes and tools. Assessment of the institutional framework requires a process to come from an identified present water resource management situation to a desired integrated water resource management situation. The steps in this process are identification of the present situation, formulation of desired integrated water resource management situation, formulation of interventions to arrive at the desired integrated water resource management situation, and establishment of a monitoring system to see whether the interventions are being carried out properly and whether they really contribute to the achievement of the integrated water resource management goals. There are 10 steps in the process. We'll discuss step 1. In step 1, the present situation on water resources uses and management should be well known before any interventions direct into integrated water resource management can be made. Understanding the water situation is a prerequisite for assessment and analysis of the institutional framework and the water use conflicts between stakeholders. It is essential to have a basic document on the present water management and to start the institutional assessment process. Such a document will represent an expert's opinion and will not necessarily be complete, accurate, and representing the opinion, desires, and aspirations of all stakeholders. Important aspects to be dealt with are water availability and water use, stakeholders, physical conditions, socio-economic conditions, legal framework, institutional framework, policies and trends, and financial situation. These reports serve as a general background document for the following steps and has to be disseminated accordingly. Physical condition. The assessment of the physical conditions concentrates on the temporal and spatial availability and use of the water. It requires information on the climate and meteorology, hydrology and hydrogeology, aquatic ecosystem, availability and capacity of storage facilities, stakeholders and interested groups. Stakeholders are people or group of people with interest. The stakeholders are considered as a private body. The stakeholders can be classified as follows: water users, both consumptive as well as non-consumptive; water polluters from agricultural background, industry, domestic side, etc.; water managers, organization and operational level; water policy and lawmakers, constitutional level; society general interest represented by government; specific interest represented by NGOs. Step 2. Stakeholder selection. Stakeholders inventory will be made in step 1. These stakeholders will be obvious operators of water services, coordination bodies, and policy and lawmakers. Further process, a selection of stakeholders has to be made to avoid duplication. An independent team is formed to identify and select relevant stakeholders from the categories: water policy maker, water managers, water service providers, water using agencies, water using groups, the water uses, other potential interested stakeholders at constitutional, organizational, and operational levels. These stakeholders will be approached for interview. The interview organized under following headings: stakeholder, awareness, policy, legal framework, institutional framework, financial arrangements, human resource development, management information system and decision support system. Step 3: stakeholders interviews. Expert carry out an elaborate procedure of interviewing the selected stakeholders, applying the guidelines for interviews. These guidelines are in the format of a questionnaire, which contain questions relating to the stakeholders' perception of the existing situation and what they consider to be the desired integrated water resource management situation during the interview. Previously, outlook stakeholders can be identified through the identification of parties that negatively influence the implementation of the stakeholders' duties. A different set of questions under the issue in the matrix is used for all three functional levels. Second part of the interview aims to obtain a description of the stakeholders' concept for improvement of the existing water resource situation towards more integrated water resource management. The following aspects and principles should be included: equitable and socially acceptable water distribution, efficient and economically sustainable water use, delegation, decentralization and other devolution of authority, integrated planning, participation of stakeholders, private sector participation, environmental protection. Step 4: analysis of stakeholders' opinion. The outcome of all the interview will be collected and an inventory will be made of agreement between the different stakeholders and on the present situation of the problem, constraints and the steps to be taken to come to a better water management. The result of the interviews are described in a report. These stakeholders should also be invited to the workshops that follow in the process. Step 5: Workshop 1: Problem Identification. It is important that all the relevant stakeholders recognize their problems and those of others. Hence, those of others. Hence, the first workshop to which all the relevant stakeholders are invited deal with the assessment of the existing water resource management situation and problem identification according to the perception of the stakeholders. The purpose of the first workshop is to obtain common understanding among different stakeholders. The analysis report, which is formulated in the analysis step 4, will be used as a reference and will be improved in accordance with the outcome of the workshop. The agreed set of problems by the stakeholders will be then be used as an input for the further stages on formulation of a desired integrated water management situation and necessarily the interventions. And result of this workshop should be a selection of a very fruitful method to arrive at a set of most important problem. Step 6. Workshop 2. Formulation of desired integrated water resource management and interventions. The second workshop 1 or 3 months after the first workshop. It will elaborate extensively on the principles of integrated water resource management, and it will further result in the formulation of a desired water resource management situation in that specific river basin and set of interventions that will be needed to achieve that. This workshop outcome provides directions for constitutional, organizational, and operational interventions. The outcome should be seen as an input for national policy and decision makers. Step 7. Preliminary Sub-Basin Report. Based on the foregoing steps, the experts will draft a preliminary country document comprising assessment of existing water management situation, complete problem inventory, desired water resource management situation, proposed set of general and specific interventions needed to reach the desired situation. Step 8. The draft country basin or sub-basin report is disseminated and a through procedure for collecting comments from the different stakeholders at different level is followed. Step 9. Final country basin report. Experts draft a final sub-basin report which is offered to the government and financing agencies for endorsement and inclusion into the strategy into specific water related projects for the specific country. Step 10. Monitoring procedure. A monitoring procedure is developed to see whether the interventions are taking place and whether the envisaged results are achieved. Thank you.